What's up, everybody? Sherelle coming to you on the one and only Small Fry Show. On tonight's video, we're gonna talk about getting trained CDL at an LTL company. But before we get too deep in this thing, you already know what I need you to do. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Come join the family. We are currently coming through Akron, Ohio. We're heading down here to Canton. I'm trying to get down through here. They got the, tonight was the NFL Hall of Fame game. It should be finishing up right now, so I like to try to get down through here before the game lets out and traffic gets kind of bad. So that's kind of my goal. I didn't do a lot of this guy gets, it gets in front of me, he's doing 53. I didn't do a lot of chit chat tonight with the meat guy because I knew that it was going to be important to try to get down through here. So I told him, I said, hey, not trying to be rude or anything, but I gotta hit the ground running tonight because the game is going on, and I know it kicks off the regular season or whatever, and I want to get down through there. So, but that's not why we're here. Let's talk about the CDL program as far as LTL goes. Now, most generally, you can come in off the street and not have your CDL and get hired on as a dock worker. Loading trailers, unloading trailers, driving the forklift. Some of it's, tires, you gotta unload it by hand or whatever. But that's a good way to get your foot in the door, start gaining seniority. And after you work on the dock for so long, you can apply to go through the CDL training program. Now, what that'll do is that'll let you go through that company's training program. So, for example, once you do that at where I work, apply, you get approved, they'll put you through the program. It's like 280 hours of training. They'll put you out in the yard truck, learn to pull the trailers, backing up trailers, all that good stuff. That'll get you that part of, the operation down while you're still working on the dock. So you're getting paid. Essentially, you're helping the company because you're loading and unloading trailers. You also, learning to back them up and things like that. And then, as that's going on, you'll get out on the range and you'll learn, shifting and pre-tripping and what the maneuverability part of the test, how to hook doubles, how to unhook doubles, and one of the bonuses is, at least where I work, all the trucks are 10 speeds. You see a lot of companies nowadays are doing the CDL training on automatics, and what that does is that gets you the automatic restriction on your license. Now, if you have that automatic restrictions already, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I'm about to explain it to you. Part of, back when I took my CDL test, well over 14 years ago, automatics was out, but they weren't as popular as they are now. So part of the test in the manual is being able to upshift and downshift. They're watching for that. But if you're driving an automatic, you can't show them that. So what happens when you test it in automatic is they put a restriction on your license saying that you can only drive an automatic transmission. So you go to a company that's got both, or when your truck breaks down and the only thing they have available is a manual, guess what? You ain't working that day. Or you go to a company that only has manuals, they can't hire you because you got the restriction. And in order to get that restriction lifted, you have to go back to the BMV and retest in the manual. So to be able to come to where I work and go through the CDL training and take your test and a 10-speed and not have to worry about that restriction. But then in return, whether you go P&D or line haul after you get your CDL and sign your contract for a year, after that year, if you decide to stay, cool. If you leave, you can go work anywhere you want because you don't got the restriction on your license. So they put them through that, and then after they get their license, they pass it. Okay, let's backtrack. Before you get the license, it's their responsibility either come in before work, before their shift, after their dock shift, or their day off to practice the maneuverability on the yard, pre-tripping. It's their responsibility to go through those things to make sure that they're ready to test. Now, once they test, it's my understanding, they completed their 280 hours or whatever training, or they're getting ready to start it, and they'll go with a P&D driver for a month and a half. They'll go with a line haul driver for a month and a half. 3 months total after you get your CDL. That, I'm sure there's people like, man, that's extensive. That's a lot. This ain't your run-of-the-mill company, with these line haul companies. 3 weeks, you going to, going out with a trainer for a week or two and you're cutting you loose. Or, there's some companies, I ain't gonna say no name, the students are training the students out on the road. Man, you don't know what to expect out here. How you going to teach someone else? So, to, be able to have your trainer in a one-on-one setting, you still go home at the end of the night, and not have that automatic restriction, drive newer equipment. Where are you going to find that at? While making a living that you can provide for you and your family at a company that you can retire from. Where are you going to find that? I know when I went through training, it wasn't nothing like that. I'll tell you that. So to be able to go in and work your way up and see pretty much every side of operations as far as the trucking part is concerned. I'm not talking about the office, but as far as working on the dock, driving a yard truck, going to the P&D for training, going to the line haul training. You're going to literally see every part of the videos that I've been talking about. I've covered line haul, I've covered P&D, I've covered the combo, which does they can do the forklift, they can do the yard truck, they can do P&D, or they can do the line haul. I've literally covered every aspect of the transportation part in these videos, and there's so much more that I have to give you. I got so many video ideas to keep pumping out, but it's a great opportunity to get your CDL and, like I said, make a great living for you and your family. You can't beat it. You can't. You're gaining your seniority. Seniority is everything. That's going to be another video on itself. When you're at a company where seniority matters, your time matters. That's how you get the good runs. That's how you get more choices on the runs. All that stuff matters. So to be able to get in, and like I said, you're going to make your, those dock guys are starting out at $20 an hour to drive a forklift or load and unload trucks. They're getting overtime if they want it. That's just on the dock. So to be able to do that, and then they enjoy hopping in the yard truck. All right, cool. That gets them off the dock for a little bit. They hustling trailers, man. They moving trailers back and forth. And when you're at a location like I'm at, 300 plus doors, I think it's like 311, 310, something like that. 300 plus dock doors, they moving some freight. So trailers, round the clock, 24 hours a day, trailers are being put in, put out. You got drivers coming in on the arrival line. From 4 a.m. to noon, you can drop your whole set. Yard guy come and break it down for you. They doing that. 6 p.m. to 4 a.m., you drop your tail trailer, put your dolly and your lead away. So the yard guys is grabbing it, as people are coming in, they're grabbing the tail, putting them away. You got the midnight to 5 a.m., that's when the cluster freight and the brake freight is going out. It's coming in and going out. It's busy, boom, 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 non-stop. So you learning to back these trailers up, all while being in training, all while gaining seniority, all while getting the best opportunity you can have. That 3 months of training sounds like a lot. But you'll thank yourself, when you get out on your own, you'll say, okay, I understand why, man. I see why I went through that. Because it's so much that I said it, every day is different out here. You can run the same route and every day gonna be different. Traffic may be a little heavier than normal. You may have a football game that's getting ready to let out. Now you gotta deal with that. This is a small town, but you got people who are gonna travel all over to watch the game because they in person, because they ain't been able to do that for the last year. So it's so many different variables that can affect and make or break your day. But I've personally talked to the guys that are in training. For example, today they were putting sets together for the drivers. So when I got to work today, my set was already put together by someone in training. So I went and had to go get my paperwork from him. And man, he was excited. He was like, I'm learning, I'm enjoying this. You know, I'm going through the steps. He was excited about going through the process. A lot of these LTL companies hire from within, unless they have an influx of freight. Unless they're getting off up here. I don't know why that was important to make that lane change right there. You know, so once you get in, you gotta stay in because it's so hard to get in. It's hard. Now, there's a driver shortage right now, so it may be a little easier. There's somebody getting on with no tail lights. But definitely, you know, these freight companies, they're training you. You're going through their in-house program, so it's top notch. It ain't like going to a different company, you know, or going through a different training, getting your CDL coming, and you know you got to work the kinks out and the bad habits. Nah, it's top notch. So you'll be able to get trained how they want you to be trained. You just can't beat that, man. You can't. I mean, like I said, where you gonna go and make 6 figures, man, or pretty close to it? Being a driver and being home every day, and gaining seniority, man, and having set days off, and where you gonna go find that? You can't. It's darn near impossible. I'm not saying it is impossible, but it's it's pretty darn rare, man. And so when you take your career serious and you go through all that to get your CDL, you don't want to mess it up. You don't want to play around with that. So go somewhere where you're going to be trained properly. You can ask questions. They're going to show you why and how things done. They're going to show you, you know, how to look at the paperwork, how the hazmat paperwork works, how to check the UN number, how to make sure you got the correct placards. You know, they're going to show you all of that. And not just throw you out in the wolves and say, here you go. You're going to do the whole 9. Where you going to find that? I'm telling you, if you're looking to get in this industry, it's a great opportunity. It's hard to pass it up, man. It really is. Even if, you know, there's a guy that commented, he said he something he's thinking about, he just don't want to be home every day. Well, you don't have to be home every day. You can bag out. Hey, you know, tell your dispatcher, hey, I'm going to bag out a couple days or a week, or all right, cool. They put you in the hotel every night. So, I mean, you can still do this, and if you don't want to go home, that's fine. If you want to go home, cool. So I really think, you know, if you, like I said, if you're looking to get in this industry, I think it's something that people should consider. I think it's something that should really be looked at. You know, it ain't normally this many people out. I've been coming down to Canyon all week. showing me this many cars. Normally I'm out here by myself. It's only, you know, a little after 11 p.m. here, Eastern time, but it ain't normally, I'm normally out here by myself, man. Maybe a few cars trickling here and there. A couple trucks, freight companies, but there don't be nobody out here. But yeah, just keep that in mind, man. It's so many different hats you can wear within the LTL world, seriously, you know. And we'll even talk about being able to move up into the corporate world of it. You know, you can start out as a forklift driver and move up to line haul or P&D. So all these, real quick, all these lights right here you see up here on the right is the actual stadium where they just played the game at. It was Dallas Cowboys against Pittsburgh Steelers. So this is the actual stadium that they played the game at, and right next to the stadium is the NFL Hall of Fame. So the game is over. So we actually, you can see the people out there working. We look like some players was on the field, and we actually breezed it through here pretty good. Look like everybody walking back to the car. So I'm cool with that. I'm cool with. Oh yeah, look at all them people trying to get to their car right there. Look at all them people trying to get on the shuttle, man. So I'm cool with that. I breeze through here. I go after I leave Canton, I go south down to Cambridge and get on 70 towards Columbus. So I'll be cool by then. It'll take me about 30 minutes to break this set and put my next set together, get my paperwork and all that good stuff. So yeah, definitely keep that in mind. And we got plenty more videos coming up. We're going to keep them pumping, man. But as always, make sure you arrive to your pickup and your delivery on time and safely. Call your loved ones, tell them you love them. Love on somebody today. But most importantly, be the reason somebody smiles today. The world needs it now more than they ever have. It ever has. Be kind to somebody. It's getting rough out here. So this is Mel coming to you from the Small Fry Show. This is the end of today's video. Everybody have a safe night, and we'll catch you later. Peace.